Sure, well, I'm a bit of an enigma. I wear many hats. I'm a National Geographic explorer, I'm a primatologist, I'm a scientist, I'm an author.
Moments ago, shocking footage surfaced online from a source no one expected. Dr. Mireya Mayor herself. The world-renowned primatologist and Expedition Bigfoot star has reportedly leaked what Discovery Channel executives tried to keep hidden. A full segment of banned footage that could change everything the public thought it knew about Bigfoot. This isn't just another blurry clip or campfire tale. This is evidence captured by the team during an off-record expedition in a classified zone of the Pacific Northwest. What was found there left even veteran researchers speechless. Before we show what's inside, make sure you subscribe, because this leak could be taken down at any moment. According to those close to the production, the footage comes from a week-long off-the-grid mission that was never supposed to air. Mireya Mayor, along with Bryce Johnson and Ronnie LeBlanc, had traveled deeper into Oregon's Cascade Range than any previous Expedition Bigfoot crew. The team reportedly used advanced thermal imaging and motion sensing drones to track an unidentified heat source moving through dense forest terrain. At first, they assumed it was an elk herd. But as the night went on, the readings showed a solitary figure, one that stood upright, measured nearly 8 feet tall, and moved with terrifying precision through steep, uneven ground. Mireya's voice can be heard whispering on camera, "That's not human." What makes this moment more chilling is what happened next. Their satellite feed abruptly cut out for over an hour. When the recording resumed, the entire camp was in disarray. Tents torn open, food storage overturned, and claw-like marks on nearby trees. Marks that experts later said didn't match any known North American predator. Production assistants on site allegedly begged the team to stop filming, fearing the footage would never be cleared by network executives. But Mireya refused. As a trained scientist, she knew that suppressing this kind of data would erase years of credible research into primate evolution. "This isn't folklore," she said in her field notes. "It's biology." The network, however, saw it differently. Executives allegedly reviewed the raw tapes and immediately classified them as restricted content. They feared the release could damage the show's reputation or invite scrutiny from government wildlife agencies. But Mireya kept a backup, one she never mentioned publicly. That's the clip she leaked just hours ago. Early viewers describe seeing a dark silhouette behind the trees, illuminated briefly by infrared light, before the screen cuts to static. In the background, a low growl echoes, long, guttural, and unmistakably alive. Within hours of the footage surfacing, the scientific and cryptozoological communities went into overdrive. The clip, believed to have been recorded during Season 4's classified expedition phase, shows something that contradicts both logic and accepted wildlife biology. Mireya Mayor, a former National Geographic correspondent and PhD anthropologist, had often said she sought hard evidence, not stories. But in this leaked sequence, she appears shaken. Her camera captures what looks like a massive fur-covered silhouette, crouched behind a fallen log. Its head shifts slightly toward the lens, and reflective amber eyes stare directly into the thermal scope. The figure then vanishes with a speed that seems beyond any known primate. When Mireya whispers, "It's watching us," her voice trembles, something never seen in her composed, on-air persona. The leaked version also includes an unaired segment where she and the crew discover a partial footprint embedded in mud, roughly 17 inches long and nearly 8 inches wide. DNA samples were reportedly taken and sent to a private lab. However, those test results were never broadcast. Insiders claim the lab returned inconclusive findings, but noted non-human primate markers inconsistent with any known species. According to a former Expedition Bigfoot field producer, Discovery executives ordered the footage sealed under confidential archival material. They feared that leaking anything without full verification could spark a media frenzy, or worse, government involvement. What's more unsettling is that Mireya's leak includes a second clip most fans have never seen. Drone footage showing a heat signature sprinting across a ravine at speeds exceeding 30 mph. As the drone follows, the figure stops, turns, and releases a loud bellow. One so intense, the drone's microphone distorts completely. The camera loses control moments later, crashing into the trees. The screen cuts to static, and Mireya's voice can be faintly heard. We weren't supposed to see that. Now that the world has seen it, many are questioning why Discovery and Travel Channel executives fought so hard to bury it. After the footage leaked, online investigators and former production staff began piecing together a hidden timeline behind the Expedition Bigfoot secrecy. According to a crew member who spoke anonymously, the banned recording wasn't just raw field material. It was evidence of a direct encounter that the studio ordered destroyed. The source claimed that, on the third night of that same expedition, the team's base camp motion alarms were triggered around 3:17 a.m. Mireya, armed with a handheld thermal imager, followed a trail of broken branches leading toward a ravine. The footage shows her breathing hard, whispering into her mic that she hears bipedal movement pacing alongside her. Suddenly, a massive silhouette passes behind her at frightening proximity, its outline distinctly humanoid, but far bulkier than any man. The camera jolts violently, and viewers can hear a deep growl echoing through the trees before the image cuts out. Crew logs confirm that immediately after this moment, one of the security drones went offline and wasn't recovered until daylight, with its battery clawed open. According to insiders, Discovery Channel legal teams stepped in within 48 hours, ordering all data drives seized for safety review. Mireya allegedly pushed back, insisting that the public deserved to see what she witnessed firsthand. When executives refused, she kept a private copy on a locked drive labeled Specimen A. Years later, that drive became the source of the now viral leak. Experts who've analyzed the sound recordings claim that the guttural roars embedded in the footage contain frequency patterns similar to both great apes and human resonance, something biologists say shouldn't exist in a single species. Mireya's decision to release it may have been her response to years of censorship and ridicule. She has repeatedly said that field science shouldn't be silenced by fear or politics. And now, for the first time, the world is seeing the truth she tried to protect. The question remains, who or what was watching them that night in the woods? As the footage continued to circulate, a pattern began to emerge that painted a far darker picture than fans realized. Viewers noticed that several sequences matched locations the show had filmed in but never aired, suggesting the team had been sent to regions under restricted forestry control, zones often tied to military research. Mireya Mayor's leaked files contained GPS coordinates that, when decoded, pointed to an area just outside a decommissioned radar testing range, long rumored by locals to be a no-fly wildlife zone. Sources close to the production later claimed that a government liaison had been present during parts of filming, monitoring what the crew captured. That revelation fueled suspicions that Expedition Bigfoot may have stumbled onto something far bigger than folklore. In the leaked clip's audio, just before the camera cuts to black, a voice whispers, "Turn it off, they're watching." Fans initially assumed it was another crew member, but sound analysis suggests it wasn't anyone from the recorded team. This sparked a storm of speculation. Could the they in question refer to human surveillance teams or something else entirely? Days after the footage surfaced, Discovery Network issued a vague statement calling the leak a misuse of archival property, refusing to confirm or deny its authenticity. But behind the scenes, insiders hinted that cease and desist letters were already being drafted against content creators reposting the video. Meanwhile, Mireya's social media accounts suddenly went dark. Her last post, before disappearing, simply read, "The truth doesn't vanish just because it's inconvenient." That single sentence sent shockwaves through the Expedition Bigfoot community. Many began to connect this event with earlier rumors that field data from thermal drones had been tampered with before the final episodes aired. Reddit investigators compared side-by-side thermal signatures from the official broadcast with the leaked version and found clear discrepancies, whole figures blurred out or replaced with static overlays. These findings suggest that the broadcasted show was intentionally edited to hide the encounter's intensity. Mireya's defiance, then, wasn't an act of rebellion. It was a cry for scientific transparency, and in doing so, she may have just exposed the one secret expedition Bigfoot was built to conceal. By the 6th day after the leak, the situation had spiraled beyond simple fan theories. Investigators began noticing strange takedown patterns across social media platforms. Entire accounts sharing the footage vanished within hours, replaced by generic copyright strike notices issued by unnamed legal entities. Oddly, none of these strikes came directly from Discovery or Warner Brothers, the network's parent company. Cybersecurity experts traced the takedown orders to a digital rights firm with no public record, one rumored to have government ties. That's when whispers of a deeper cover-up began. Reports surfaced suggesting that during Mireya's expedition, the crew's communications were jammed not by accident, but through deliberate signal interference. Some claim this wasn't just to protect classified research zones, but to prevent what Mireya's cameras had captured from transmitting in real time. The leaked backup footage also includes a chilling audio segment few have discussed. A low, rhythmic knocking sound echoing through the valley, followed by 3 distinct vocal howls, spaced exactly 30 seconds apart. Sound analysts later determined that the frequencies were outside the normal range of human vocal cords, yet carried linguistic rhythm, as though the creature was communicating. In her private field notes, which surfaced alongside the footage, Mireya wrote, "This was not an animal trying to scare us. It was sending a message." The implications were staggering. Could the creature they encountered possess higher intelligence? Meanwhile, fellow cast members remained silent. Bryce Johnson's only comment came through a cryptic Instagram story reading, "Some truths are bigger than TV." Fans began to worry for Mireya's safety, as her name disappeared from upcoming network schedules. Yet, despite every attempt to silence her, the footage kept resurfacing through mirror uploads and encrypted channels. Each reappearance reignited public fascination and renewed pressure on Discovery to break its silence. But inside industry circles, a darker theory emerged, that what Mireya leaked wasn't just about Bigfoot, but about something far more classified, something that blurred the lines between biology and defense research. And if that theory held any truth, it would explain why this footage wasn't meant for human eyes at all. By now, the leaked footage had spread to underground forums, whistleblower channels, and encrypted networks around the world. What started as a cryptid mystery had evolved into a full-blown investigation into government secrecy and hidden research programs. People who downloaded the raw files reported strange metadata embedded in the video, strings of coordinates, timestamps that didn't align with the show's production calendar, and even encrypted text fragments containing words like hominid 7B and containment directive. Tech experts confirmed the data hadn't been added by fans. It was part of the original recording. This discovery reignited theories that Expedition Bigfoot might have stumbled upon a covert research site tracking unidentified primate species. And Mireya Mayor, knowingly or not, had exposed a classified operation. Theories split into two camps. One believed the team captured evidence of an undiscovered primate species. The other claimed they recorded something engineered, a hybrid life form created during Cold War-era biological experiments. When a blurred frame from the footage was enhanced, viewers saw something beyond unsettling. A humanoid shape with elongated arms and thick, uneven fur, standing near a reflective metal structure, partially buried in the dirt. The structure, visible only for 2 frames, looked nothing like natural debris. Reddit users cross-referenced the coordinates with satellite imagery and discovered faint circular clearings in the same area, patterns often seen near military listening posts. As the frenzy intensified, former cast and crew members began receiving cease and desist warnings. But what frightened fans most was that several independent uploaders of the footage reported being contacted by anonymous research consultants, warning them to delete everything. Mireya's voice, however, continued to echo in the chaos. A journalist who claimed to have spoken with her off-record reported she sounded resolute. "I didn't leak this to cause panic. I did it because the truth belongs to everyone, not just those with clearance." If what she's saying is true, the footage isn't just a glimpse of Bigfoot. It's a revelation about what's been hidden in the forests of North America for decades, and why certain discoveries never reach the public eye. In the days following the global uproar, several journalists attempted to verify the footage's authenticity by tracing its source. Every trail led back to a secure data transfer originating from an undisclosed server in southern Florida, exactly where Mireya Mayor's research foundation is headquartered. Insiders believe she had safeguarded the files for years, waiting for the right moment to release them. What that moment was remains unclear, but leaked emails between production managers suggest Discovery was preparing to air a sanitized version of the same expedition as a 2-part special. Mireya's leak may have been a preemptive strike, a way to prevent the truth from being buried beneath TV edits and corporate disclaimers. Forensic analysts examining the footage confirmed that it had not been digitally altered. The pixel compression, environmental lighting, and timestamps were consistent with the show's authentic Red camera footage. That finding shattered skeptics' last defense. Yet what truly stunned experts was the audio track. Layered beneath the environmental noise was a faint, almost harmonic frequency, detected only through spectrographic analysis. Some biologists claim it's an animal call. Others insist it resembles encrypted signal modulation, as though another device was transmitting alongside their microphones. If that's the case, it means something, or someone, was monitoring the team while they filmed. That would also explain the missing drone, the sudden interference, and why Discovery executives reportedly met with federal representatives immediately after production wrapped. Meanwhile, Mireya's supporters launched the Let Mireya Speak movement, demanding transparency from the network. Former colleagues describe her as fearless but tired, suggesting she's been pressured behind the scenes. Unconfirmed reports even claim her passport was flagged for review, restricting travel to key filming regions. Yet, through all this chaos, one chilling fact remains. The creature seen in her footage is unlike any species ever documented. Whether man, beast, or something in between, it moved with intent, not instinct. And that realization may be the reason every authority wants the footage to disappear. In the final hours before her social media vanished, Mireya Mayor allegedly sent an encrypted message to a handful of trusted contacts, scientists, journalists, and former crew members. When decrypted, the message contained a single chilling line. They erased the story, but not the truth. It's older than we think, and it's watching us back. Those words have since become the cornerstone of what online investigators now call the Mayor Files. What followed next has shaken both the scientific and entertainment communities. According to data experts who examined the leaked footage, the file's metadata shows it was last accessed less than 24 hours before the leak, meaning Mireya herself released it. In that raw version, the final sequence is unlike anything seen in televised cryptid research. The footage shows Mireya walking toward a grove of cedar trees where motion sensors had been triggered minutes before. Her voice is calm, but filled with awe as she whispers, "It's here!" The camera pans across thick fog, and for just a few seconds, a towering silhouette appears. 8 to 9 feet tall, shoulders impossibly broad, the creature stands motionless between two trees. Its outline is unmistakably humanoid, yet the proportions are wrong. Longer arms, a slight forward tilt, and what looks like a fur-covered chest rising and falling with slow, deliberate breaths. Mireya steadies the camera, whispering, "It's watching us." The creature doesn't move. It simply blinks, eyes glowing with an amber reflection, and then the entire frame distorts. The feed cuts to static for 0.8 seconds, and when it resumes, every electronic device, including the drone hovering above, powers down simultaneously. Experts later discovered that all equipment logs ended at the same timestamp, 03:17:06 a.m., as though an electromagnetic pulse had silenced every circuit in the vicinity. Audio engineers isolated the final seconds and found a single deep exhale, picked up too close to the microphone to be a coincidence. Whatever was standing before Mireya was not running away. It was communicating. After the footage stops, a black frame flashes for half a second, and buried in the data layers is an alphanumeric code that reads Project 7, Northwest Containment. No one, not even Discovery Network insiders, has been able to explain what that code refers to, but many now believe it's tied to secret operations monitoring unclassified species along the Cascade Range. Since the leak, Mireya Mayor's online presence has been scrubbed. Her professional website redirects to a 404 page, and the domain registrar has been sealed by a private privacy firm. Discovery Network has neither confirmed nor denied the authenticity of the footage, but continues to issue takedown orders to any platform that uploads it. Still, the file refuses to vanish. Encrypted copies keep reappearing under new names and uploaders, spreading like wildfire across the dark web. For millions of viewers, the message is clear. Mireya didn't leak the footage for fame or rebellion. She did it because something powerful didn't want the world to see what she saw. The forests of North America are no longer the same in the eyes of the public. Legends of Bigfoot are no longer dismissed as rural fantasy. They are now seen as fragments of an ancient truth that modern science wasn't ready to face. And somewhere in that misty expanse, beyond the reach of cameras or law, something still moves. Something that remembers her. And perhaps, something that's waiting for her return.